Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Lithuania. So just came very close to the camera booth there. EUIC, the European Ultimate Indoor Championships, here in and around Kaunas, Lithuania, the second biggest city in the country, kind of central south region, I guess. It's the host venue, well, the host city, I should say, for the championships. I was also seeing as well in our hotel when we arrived yesterday that was also a big host city. I think hosted the finals, actually, of last year's World Futsal Championships. So learning new stuff everywhere we go. It's one of the great things about coming to new countries and new places. ULTI.TV has never been to Lithuania before, and we're very excited to be here for the European Ultimate Indoor Championships, continuing to bring you action from the open division here. And we have the host country, Lithuania, in the white, up against Slovakia in the black. It is Benjamin Rees here with you once more. We're here in PRIENAI, about maybe 40-minute car ride away from the centre of Kaunas itself. Kaunas, I should say. One of a number of venues we're using at this tournament because there are a lot of teams, and indoors it's quite difficult to find ways to get a lot of teams into spaces while still giving, you know, teams room to breathe, not having to try and cram pitches in so you're worried about sidelines or any of that. You want to make sure it's safe for players and give them room, not cram them in. So going across a number of venues here today in PRIENAI. We have open pools A and D, and we saw open pool A up in the first game, and we have pool D now, Lithuania against Slovakia, also in this pool, and we'll see these two teams match up at 11 o'clock local time, so in just about 2 hours, Belgium versus Austria. But now to the matter at hand, Lithuania pulling to Slovakia to begin the game. Slovakia's mixed team got off to a hot start, winning their opener. Can their open side do the same? Kozic resetting in the backfield. Cibula wanting to hammer that one over the top, but that's thrown right into the hands of the defender. Did not get enough elevation, enough length on that one. Zubavicius finds Mendelis. Batchkiss over the top. And you can hear that the Lithuanians are loving it, breaking on the first point of the game. And a double happiness as well, the bookends for Mantas Zubavicius. Seemed just maybe a good opportunity to pass off a switch there. Instead they're caught out of position in the hammer over the top. And Bieli tries to get into position, but he's just a little bit too late. Lithuania take the early lead. Indoors play thick and fast, and we're already back underway. Here's ULTI Garnier, who is not shy to throw himself around, as we saw in the Junior Championships earlier this year, and he might have to here. Oh my word, ULTI Garnier! I gave him the the boost, talked up his propensity to hurl himself all over. Sorovi gives him the opportunity here with a hero-making pass, outstretched with the left hand. What a grab that is from ULTI Garnier. I'll tell you what, He's going to be making more appearances on the ULTI.TV Instagram reel if he makes catches like that. Good Lord. By the way, captured beautifully by the zoomtv.lt crew here in PRIENAI. ULTI.TV, who are delighted to be working with him this weekend. That one leading it towards the far sideline. Call as you like. Brilliantly weighted throw from Vaisakis. Just a tiny, teensy little bit of float on it. See here, come off towards the front. Gets it out nice and early. Just sits it up. Floating it out there. Salasevic just toes it in the front of the end zone, giving Lithuania the 2-1 lead. Paul will try and pin Slovakians towards the back of their own end zone. They've got Garnier isolated in the middle of the field, and he makes the high grab. That one a little bit out of reach will give the turnover. To Lithuania, another break chance. Can they do anything with it? Right, just inside their own half at the moment here. Mendelis towards the far sideline. Trying to throw that one through, but that's good heads-up defense there from Peter Cibula. The first time today we've seen only the second time today we've seen a point with multiple turnovers. Just brought in play. Sorovi resetting into the backfield. Coming underneath, that pass is a little bit low, but Benetka still able to catch it. And the bespectacled Benetka, with the stall count rising, just chooses to try and put it deep. Anything to maybe give his receiver a chance, but out of position there. Comfortably picked off. Rachkis lasering one to the end zone. Oh, it just died too soon. Mendelis was there, and it looked for a moment like Rachkis had found him, but just couldn't quite get enough on it. And Kiharik, I think, has caught Mendelis in the face there. Mendalgas Mendelis has to go towards the sideline, and I think might just have to clean himself up a little bit there. Hope he's okay. And with the Lithuanians taking a player off due to the injury, it allows the Slovakians to make a change as well. Means that teams can gain an advantage for a player getting injured. So Scholik comes on to replace Sorovi, and Scholik has it in his hands now. Wanted the upline pass, instead has to swing it across. Benetka. Peter Cibula is looking for Garnier in the end zone, and really rifled that one through traffic into Garnier for the score. Wasn't the cleanest hold by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm not sure the Slovakians will mind too much, to be honest, as long as it gets to its intended target. And Cibula did find Garnier, as we've seen, is going to be a big presence downfield with that athleticism. And this ball from the Slovakians is going to land out of bounds. Lithuania not choosing to brick it, but bringing it instead from the sideline. I think maybe catching the Slovakians off guard a little bit there. We're expecting the brick, but instead the quick pick up down the sideline. And Galba finds Stirbis, making it 3-2 to the host nation here. Breaking on the game's first point, but traded since then. Able to generate turns on their opponents, but maybe haven't put those in as quickly as they would like. Miscommunication on fielding the pull. Goes right through the end zone, so they have to take it from the back. Good opportunity to apply a little bit of pressure here Lithuanians wearing these very snazzy new jerseys, which I personally like because they are eminently readable. Trying to play it quickly. Kalina. Right on this sideline here. Marcel Kucharik. Going back, a little bit undersold, Dominik Sabula, but he's now shooting for the back of the end zone, and there was not really a window there. But I think it's Matej Surovi who is just about able to squeeze that in to Juraj Herny, who rises above his defender to make it a score and make it 3 apiece. See it again here, just getting that out quickly, falling away from it a little bit, and just feathers it over Modestas Galba into Juraj Herny in the back of the end zone, who's now caught all 3 of the Slovakian scores. I think a big part of how well they do this weekend will be on whether teams are able to shut down Herny, as we're seeing something a little bit different here now from Slovakia. They're going with a zone, as that's a floaty one over the top, but well reeled in. With these full-size pitches, usually there are those spaces to exploit if you can find them. The catch there was made by Galba, but there is a discussion about whether or not he was in bounds. And Dovidas finds Modestas, the 2 Galbas combine. See it again, it's a high throw in there. Oh, I think he might just be dragging that back leg. Of course, it's all about that first point of contact. Don't need the 2 feet inbounds like you would in, say, the NFL. It's just the very first point of contact, regardless of where that may be. And if he is dragging that back foot, as he appears to be, then the score is good. Oh, hello, a little jump flick. Unorthodox. Herny tries to field it. Of course, drop pool rules different indoors, as long as you make a valid attempt to catch it. It's not a turnover, as that one, turned over in short order by Slovakia, and Lithuania give it right back. Just a little bit fluttery and floaty. And it was too difficult for Mendelis to reel in. Sorovi is going towards the end zone, wanting to go coast to coast towards the back corner. I'm not sure it was going to come down in bounds anyway, but Mindaugas Mendelis had zero intention of letting them find out. Of course, the defender under no restrictions to have to try and keep it in bounds, so can go out and attack it nice and early. Bobina on the end zone line. Zubovicius, and this strike cut from behind will give the Lithuanians another break. And as you can see, they are pumped about it as well. Getting a bit of atmosphere here in the PRIENAI arena. There he was, Zubovicius into Justas Bobina, making it 5-3. Lithuania trying to open up a little bit of breathing space over their opponents. Trying to get that isolation open, but that's too floaty, surely. And not a problem, as that one is knocked away by Kozlauskas. Kozlauskas now gets the disc in the backfield. You see he's lightning quick, and that shock blonde hair, I think, helps add to that illusion. Only a couple of yards outside the end zone now. Okay, now it's back to Zubovicius through the previous score. Slovakians just sitting off a little bit, just trying to clutter that space downfield, make those options a little bit less straightforward. And there is a pick, so that will bring a temporary stoppage to proceedings. I think it is Dominik Sabula, unable to catch up with his marker because there was a player in the way. So play stops, the player gets the opportunity to get back into position, and they look for that shot immediately again. Was it a bit overthrown? Was there the miscommunication? I'm not sure, but either way, disc is back in Slovakian hands. Now I think that one is slid under the seats on the far side, so we're going to need a replacement disc. Just one of the perils of indoors. Getting the isolation set up again, hammering it over the top. Chepko goes back to Scholik. Slovakia trying to stay patient as they find their options. Dominik Cibula. Here's Sepko. It's this good red zone defense here from the Lithuanians. You can see they're just poaching off slightly. They're clogging that end zone space. Happy to let them work the disc underneath a little bit here in order to shut down those scoring shots. Cibula. On a high stall. Throws it into the clutches of Barakas. Zubovicius, it's the player on the force. I think Cibula might be saying that there was a fast count here. Although he has thrown the turnover. And they are saying that the turnover stands from the stall out. That one swung across, pulled out of it, I think. Maybe wasn't sure if it was for him or just knew that he was never going to get there. Bit of sloppiness maybe creeping into the game. 2 turnovers apiece on this point. That one's put up and somehow it nearly made its way through. Defense was wise to it though. It's Danielo Sakovic actually wearing the 55 jersey. There's the shot down the line. That's just a really good example of a thrower leading a receiver into space. Rubina seeing the opportunity there. Space, just begging for someone to cut into it. And a little bit of float on the throw. See there, the defenders just got eyes locked onto his matchup there. Mantas Zubovicius. And that means that when the defender's got no eyes on the disc, if you can get it out there nice and early, in front, into space, by the time they've seen it, it's usually too late. 6-3 now. Lithuania just slowly, surely opening that gap. And they're forcing a lot of high stall throws here. Bonetka goes underneath to Herny. Fakes the over the top, instead going underneath to Sorovi. Upline option there. Oh, it is very congested. A little push down that far sideline. Resetting back to Kucharik. Now Sorovi. Having to stay patient here. You can see the Lithuanians really keen to stop that shot over the top, and that is why. Sorovi to Herny, again making it 6-4. Four goals for Slovakia, 4 goals for Juraj Herny. Generally getting a good job of having one of those defenders to sit back slightly in the end zone to try and maybe clutter up the break side. prevent that throw from going so easily. But eventually, Slovakia reset their way through and got that one-on-one opportunity that they wanted, and they punished it. Galba underneath. This one is their own long shot from the Lithuanians. I think maybe caught the Slovakians off guard a little bit there. Ernestas Vasokis into Modestas Galba, making it 7-4. That was quick, and I did say that sometimes these points indoors are over in the blink of an eye, and you saw it there from almost out of nothing. Just get the one-on-one deep, get the throw out there nice and early, fire it into that space, not really give the defender a shot at it as well. Ball goes up from Zibovicius. Just beginning by recessing around the back. Oh, that is a low throw that's brilliantly rescued there. Bonetka getting down early to keep the possession alive. Shake of the head there. Juharek didn't like it, and Herney couldn't stick the catch. Again, Lithuania finding ways to get the disc off their opponents. Some travelling there, just getting maybe a little bit more inbounds than he needed to. Bringing the disc in there, Sakovic. And again, just playing it around the back before Bachkis zings it in there to Mendelis. (8-4), Lithuania 1 point away from taking the half. There you see the cut initiate from the far side, a couple of steps of separation. And again, not the cleanest throw, a little bit of wobble on it, perhaps a little bit of flutter. But not a problem getting it where it needed to be. (8-4) Slovakia lead. Lithuania leads Slovakia, I should say, excuse me. This is still very early for me. My body clock thinks it's 7 local time. Of course it's not. 9, a couple of hours ahead of what I'm used to here. Koshik over the top to Dominik Cibula. Having to reset. Scholik. And everything's coming around the back at the moment. They're getting no separation downfield, really. That's congested into the middle of the pitch. But coming through to make it, and they're trying to fire it towards the far side. Oh, it seemed ambitious, but it so nearly worked. Pavel Bili couldn't quite get there. You can see him stretch out, and he is honestly centimetres away from reeling it in. But for Lithuania, a chance to break for half. Galba. Whoa, that feels like it's overshot, and I tell you what, very nearly wasn't. Modestas Galba from Davidas. One Galba to the other. We've seen them hook up already this game, and he does get a hand there, but just too much sriracha on that shot. Too hot to handle. And then good poach block there, recognising that's where the disc was going to go. Earning it back for the Lithuanians. Again, the hosts with the disc, with a chance to take half. Visokis, that is a beautiful throw into Stirvis for the score. You can see that's a strong cut in the end zone towards that far sideline there. The defender bites on it, desperate to stop that going, and it opens up that inside window. And Vasokis exploited it beautifully, the inside backhand, right to the front and centre, makes it 9-4, Lithuania taking the half, as we see some of the first half highlights here. The Zoom TV crew. That was maybe the highlight of the half. even though it's come what so far looks to be a losing effort for Slovakia. That brilliant layout from Juraj Hrny. And we've seen in flashes what this Slovakian team can be all about. But too often their offense has seemed a little bit stodgy, perhaps. They're not getting the separation they want downfield. They're not creating those isolations as easily and as efficiently as their opponents, their Lithuanian hosts. I think the highlights generally show that it has been Lithuania's half, and the scoreline reflects that. 9-4 they lead at the moment. And that was how they took half. Delicious little inside backhand for the score. So half-time, 9-4 Lithuania lead, and to make things worse for Slovakia, the Lithuanians, having started the game on defense, will receive to begin the second half. So trying to do the old 2 for none, getting 2 possessions back-to-back without giving Slovakia a sniff. Plenty of action still to come here today on ULTI.TV's YouTube channel. Obviously we're here in PRIENAI, Lithuania, Slovakia at the moment. While out in Gavrowa, Poland versus Sweden from the women's division. And immediately the scuba deep. Oh my word! Filth. Utter filth. What a way to start the half. Clearly that was something they talked about in the break, coming out with a set play on offense. Denisas Slobodskoyos, haven't really called his name too much this game, but instantly looking for the scuba. And I tell you what, I think it's Hrny, the defender, is really not far away from that one. He might even get a fingernail to it. But on that occasion, as he's often proved to be this game, Modestas Gabel was undeniable, notching his 3rd goal, making it 10-4 Lithuania. Temperature feels like it's dropped in here a little bit, I think, because teams are coming in and out of the sports hall more frequently and letting all the cold air in. You have to put a jumper on after this game. Here's Scholik trying to float that one. Oh. Sometimes you feel like it's been that sort of game for Slovakia. They've had some opportunities, but a couple of them have been just millimetres out there. Vasokis picking up, looking to go towards the end zone. Tried to tow it in bounds as well, but it wasn't able to do so. So we'll have to come in back earlier. It's a really ambitious shot. Had he just got a bit more curve on it, it would have been absolutely scrumptious. As it is, it's a Slovakian disc and a decent field position with it as well, because it never came back in bounds after it left the field. Kosik. Back to Chepko. Nice little way just to find that lead pass into space. Scuba over the top. All defender very nearly got there. And that one just knifing it right through the middle, slicing the Lithuanians open towards the back of the end zone. Have a look at it again on the replay. You can see Bieli just lurking there at the back. I think he realises at this moment he's uncovered, but he doesn't show his hand too much. Just trusts that his teammates are going to recognise that, lest he draw too much attention. And eventually they did, and Dominik Sabula fired it in there. Slovakia with 5. And Lithuania, maybe a little bit disappointed to concede the last point. Go back out there like it was nothing at all. And this is poetry in motion. Lovely little lead pass. And tell you what, that is an audacious break. We've seen already the inside backhand. What a weapon it is from Vasokis. And got it out there just before the defender was able to block it and put the force on. Little scuba into the centre. Here's the hammer over the top. Oh, this is very high. Would come down with snow on it were we not indoors, but it's well contested deep by Mindailis. And it earns the Lithuanians the turn. Sakovic centering. Downfield. Here is Mindailis who got the D. That one's a little bit high, not a problem though. For Sakovic, Sakovic shoots and he finds Justas Bobina, making it 12-5, the Lithuanians asserting a little bit of control on this game now. See it again on the replay. Very clearly inbounds, see the white line on the far side. Just has enough time to look downfield. Good timing of the cuts there. It's not so early that the defender's already in that space, but it's not so late that the handler has to hold it for a few seconds. You can look downfield, get it out there nice and quickly, as here's a deep shot from Slovakia, and it is going to instantly work. Sometimes you feel like teams, they want to be slightly more circumspect earlier in the piece. You know, it's first pass, we don't necessarily need to go for the end zone, but if it's open, why the hell not? Just leading it out there. I think Sakovic knows that he's beaten. 12-6, Lithuanians currently doubling up the Slovakian opponents. Vasokis. Lightning quick, this Lithuanian offense. That one was money. Dovydas Galba. Again, that is a combination that is tried and true. I'll tell you what, when this Lithuania offense plays with speed, plays with verve and plays with panache, it's so good to watch. Even though you can see the defender come in there to try and get in the way, or at least flash across the eye line there, Matej Sorovi. It's too little, too late. Bid doesn't quite get there, out of position. Can Slovakia capitalise? Good avoiding action there, nice communication. Towards the far sideline. Oh, there's a defender in there because it was too floaty, but just a simple drop. There's no other way to describe it. A bit of an aberration, that one from Zubovicius, who's otherwise had a very good game. Slovakia get the disc on the end zone line. Have to hammer it over the top, and that one is gobbled away by Bachkis. Floating it one out there for Mindailis. Oh, brilliant grab with a defender on his back shoulder, leaping into the end zone. A massive hip check from his teammate afterwards as well. They are clearly jazzed up, and you totally get it as well. 14-6, the scoreline now. And just the defender, you see, just peel off a little bit there, just to stop anything going a little bit straighter. But getting up there nice and early and landing emphatically there is Mindaugas Mindailis. 14-6. Lithuania within 3 of the win now. That one's whistled past the defender. They were shooting deep to Garnier. They maybe had a little bit of separation. The throw would have needed to be spot on, and it was possible, but not on that occasion. Just maybe, I think, so keen to take the opportunity that just rushed himself slightly. Babina. A high one. Can it be reeled in? Oh, off the hands. And you can see very clearly that Kaunas wants that one back, because it is a spicy shot. But it feels like he never quite has his hands in the right position, perhaps. Another opportunity for Slovakia. Just brought in from the end zone line. Juraj Garnier with it now. Garnier, we've seen him score. This time he wants the assist, but miscommunication, and I think there was too much on it regardless. I think that one's got lost in the netting, and they're going to have to get another replacement. Again, just another occupational hazard of indoors, I guess. Just a knife over the top. Any way you can find that reset works. Mantas Subovicius, a couple of goals and an assist as well so far this game. Kaunas trying to make amends, having dropped a potential score. This one leading pass towards the end zone. A couple of players in that same space though. Nice scuba over the top. Again, just give their offense a little bit of a chance to reset. Eventually shuttling this way and that, and shaking the defender and getting free for the score is Mantas Subovicius, catching from Emilis Barakas. 15-6. Lithuania closing in on the victory fast. I think maybe the bigger question for Lithuania now is, will they get there before the hard time cap goes off? That one too high and too deep. Opportunity to bring it in from the brick mark. Oh, just lost his footing a little bit there. You can see it marked out with the cross. Here's Sabula shooting for the end zone. A couple of defenders converged on it, and they combined the double D to knock it away. They have had a little bit of success shooting deep immediately. Not on that occasion. Nice lead pass to Vaisakis. Wow! He really fired that one. Threw it like he was angry with it almost, and didn't have the connection. Just checking the disc is okay to continue. Obviously when you throw those really hard vertical shots indoors, do you sometimes see those discs warp on impact? Bili with the break, and a lovely break as well to Rudolf Kozik. Bili finds an assist to go with his earlier goal. The first start of the game for Rudolf Kozik as well. It's quite a flat force. Gets that pivot out, leans over. They can't get the block in time. Vaisakis catches the pull. That's only Slovakia's third point of the half, by the way. This one is high, but brilliantly read from Domantas Stirbas, catching his third goal, fourth assist for Dovydas Galbar as well. 16-7, one within the win now, the Lithuanians. Not been a perfect game from them by any stretch of the imagination, but they've done a lot of things right here, and they've put some really good tape out there for them to go back, watch, observe, take some pointers from, see how they can improve. Coming up next, by the way, back to Pool A in the Open Division, and it is Poland versus Ireland. That one tried to fire it through the middle, but the defender there, Bobina, was reading the eyes of the thrower all the way and steps into that lane, gets the block right on the end zone line. And the glorious shake and bake in the handler space there. Barakas finding Konstutis Bachkis. And that is game, set and match. 17-7 final score here, Lithuania over Slovakia, and maybe a slightly slow start there from the Lithuanians. Teams look evenly matched through maybe the first quarter, first third of this game, and it was 4-3 at one point to the Lithuanians. They ended up taking half 9-4, and it felt like they really coasted from there. 8-3 the scoreline in the second half as it went from 9-4 to 17-7 at the break. You're going to see the highlight reel from that game now. Some incredible plays from both sides. I think this may be chief among them. Look at this layout. Indoors as well. It's indoors, so you know that's going to hurt on landing from Jari Herney. There was a brilliant sky in the second half as well from Mindaugas Mendelis that we will see later in this VT as well. But this is a good opportunity from us here. I'm going to sign off while you watch this. While you watch the highlight reel. Thank you very much for joining our coverage of the European Ultimate Indoor Championships here in Kaunas, Lithuania. On behalf of all of our crew, Benji Reese saying we'll see you on the other side.
ULTI.TV.